Today we finally got the trailer for DLC 2, but fortunately or unfortunately, it really matters where you're looking at it from, but regardless, we didn't get that much information for zombies because obviously it was just a DLC 2 trailer. It was talking about everything inside the entire DLC, not just zombies, but hopefully within the coming days we'll actually get just a zombies trailer for the Shadowed Throne, but we'll have to see for that. But for now, let's actually talk about these about 20 seconds of information that we got here. I'm just going to break down everything at least that I could see inside this. Of course, if I miss anything, go ahead and tell me down in the comments, but with that said, let's actually jump into this. So what we first see at the start, we actually see these doors opening. You see bloody hands over it and all that stuff, and I have an idea of what this may be, but we'll get into that in a little bit. But regardless, when these doors open, you actually see a lot right away. You see this destroyed city area, and of course people are going to say Royale 2.0 right away, but regardless, you do see a theater, and I really hope we get to go in that theater. Every single zombies game has had or not game I should say, from at least one map from each developer has had the theater play a part in it. I really hope we could go in this. But besides those two things, you can actually see a wall by at the bottom of the screen. It's kind of difficult to see, but you can make it out. Can't tell you what it is though, but besides that, you can actually see another trap, or just a trap I should say, which is also there. Oh wait, there's one more thing that you could see: a ton of blimps in the sky, and they may or may not be a big part of this map or not. And you'll actually see even more blimps in the sky in just a little bit, because after this we just see a couple zombies running right in this area that we were already looking at, but then it points in the sky, and as you guys can see, there's just a ton of blimps, and I'm not too sure how many of these are going to be interactable, but we'll have to see. We at least know at least one is going to be interactable within some degree. And right here we actually see more of this destroyed city. It looks like a plane has crashed here. Of course, we also see our characters walking in the frame, and you can see Olivia is actually holding a bat with a bunch of nails on it, which is really interesting because I just did not expect to see that inside this map. It doesn't seem like something World War II would actually do inside of its game, but it looks like we got it, and that's what's going to happen here. We'll actually see an execution with this melee weapon, so it makes me question if it's going to be something, I guess like the Red Talon from the the Final Reich. So I doubt it, but I don't know. Well, I'm kind of curious to see how we're actually going to obtain this little weapon we got here. And after that, we see a couple frames later, we see Jefferson actually holding yourself the new Wonder Weapon, and we actually see him actually using it here against a bunch of zombies. And what it looks like to me, I think they're shooting complete Geistkraft energy or pure Geistkraft energy at the zombies, which you would think it wouldn't kill it because, you know, that's how they're, you know, alive in the first place. But regardless, that looks like what's going on here. It actually looks like it's shooting in a beam, and it kind of reminds me of the Entangler from the Beast from Beyond. That's what it's called. And right after this, we have these zombies that are just attacking this person, and as you guys can see, they're using the execution animation, using the bat that has nails on it on the zombie. It knocks the zombie's head clean off. Look at that, beautiful. It's going to be absolutely beautiful. But regardless, one thing I do want to draw to your attention is that in the background you actually see this pod that looks very out of place. It kind of looks like a pod to me, and what I'm assuming is happening here, because you have to remember that they're taking these zombies to Berlin on the blimps, so I'm assuming they're dropping them off on these pods, and that may be how we got off the blimp, because remember, we were, at least last we know of, we were on the blimp, and maybe we hijacked one of the pods and jumped off through there. That may be what we saw at least at the start of this trailer. That's why those metal doors were opening, because it again looked out of place for metal doors inside this city that doesn't have that much metal in it. So maybe that's what's going on here. Just a little idea just to throw around there. Not going to say too much. But next we actually see one of the blimps, and this is interesting because we have seen the blimps shoot at least electricity before inside the Final Reich, and that was meant to try to kill us by Richter. But it looks like we're not shooting normal electricity, or the blimp isn't shooting normal electricity. It looks like it's shooting Geistkraft energy. And as you guys can see, it's actually shooting towards these rods that you actually see on the map. And one thing that you will notice in the next couple frames, or clip, whatever you want to call it, you actually see one of these rods somehow gets into the zombie, and it kind of turns it into something that's, I'm not exactly sure. Like, it starts this weird transformation and it kind of turns into a napalm zombie, if I had to guess what that was. And I don't think, even though I hope it's just a normal napalm zombie, but it's probably going to be like a napalm zombie from Strangular and kind of be a little difficult. So that's at least how I'm imagining it. I wonder if there's a way to prevent it like the Thrasher from Zetsuo no Shima. I would at least hope so. That would be cool, actually. No, it wouldn't. I don't know if it'd be cool or not. We'll have to see. But one thing I did notice, it just really caught my eye. I don't really know what to make of it. But in the clips behind where this zombie is getting shot through this, you actually see kind of like a ray gun effect in the back. I'll kind of zoom up for you guys because in the background it looks like there's a ray gun pulse appearing in multiple frames behind this zombie, and I'm kind of curious on what that is. I couldn't really tell you what it is, but it did really catch my eye and I just don't know what to make of it. But for our last frame, we actually see, well, something I at least assume to be the mid-round boss zombie. Just the I guess it's going to take the place of the Brenner or the Moochler's, I think they're called, or the Spider-Man zombies, whatever you want to call them. I think that's what this is going to be, and it looks pretty weird. Let's say that. Just look at it from top to bottom. You see its heads. It has 3 heads just all sewn together. Its right hand, or left hand, I should say, actually has a saw in it, which is what's even going on there. And then its right hand is a flipping cannon. Like, what even is that? That looks disturbing. That's all I'm going to say. I thought they made some disturbing looking things. Well, I guess the Panzermortar, I would say it's a little bit more disturbing, but this one is just disgusting looking, especially how fleshy it looks. I don't even know, but that's going to be about it. Tell me what you guys think about this whole DLC thing that we got here. I think it looks quite interesting. Again, we only got 20 seconds, but hopefully we'll get a full trailer for this map maybe Thursday. Hopefully, I hope they don't release the trailer for this map on the date of release, because that's what some people are assuming may be happening. But regardless, just tell me what you guys think about this. If I did miss anything inside this little clip right here, go and tell me down in the comments and all that good stuff. But if you guys are interested in anything that I said here and you're actually interested in more future content, then go ahead and do all the normal YouTube stuff, like, subscribe, bell, share, and watch the video multiple times over. But serious, actually, this is something that is really annoying me, and I've noticed a drop in my subscribers actually watching my videos, and I thought just my subscribers started to hate me lately, but I've actually realized, and this is a problem with a lot of YouTubers, but subscribers aren't watching their videos because subscriptions don't really matter that much to YouTube anymore, and the only way to actually be subscribed to people, if you actually subscribe then hit the bell also, you have to subscribe to somebody twice just to be subscribed to somebody. It's kind of ridiculous, and I've noticed this is a problem on my channel, so if you guys actually want to be truly subscribed to me, I really recommend hitting the bell. But anyways, that's about it. Sorry for that little thing at the end, but it's just something that's been annoying me for a while now. But anyways, I'm going to go, and I will catch you guys on my next video.